goes the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the New York Jets. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Bridgewater. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now Gordon on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Three yards remain for 2nd down. Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Judy. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and
1. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Check 26, check 26. Check safety, check safety.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the gun, Bridgewater. And this is caught, that they say, out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They run with Logan. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside.
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. K.J. Hamler, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's open like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit
Sometimes
better.
it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Play action. Now Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 2nd down, it's Logan, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
This defense for the Broncos, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I think our statistician ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
He finds his man, complete. That's Logan. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Play action. It's Wilson. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Robert Foster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mike 51. Hey, let's get that going. Go, Mike 51. Delta. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go.
First down, Bridgewater. This is the tight end, Fant. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing, Bridgewater.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Play action now. Bridgewater. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Going right back to Fant. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant. His second touchdown on the season, and the Broncos have taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Only needing 2 yards on second down. On the carry, it's Logan. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Here's Wilson to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center of the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
On third down, Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Here's Braden Mann now,
as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Flushed out right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Bridgewater now from the 50.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Second and 10.
They'll try the left side. Logan. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They go play action with Wilson.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Denver offense at the line ready to go as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater.
Open man. He completes it to Judy.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Off the play fake. Bridgewater. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater to Gordon out left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Bridgewater now. And he comes back with one complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They will run again with Coleman. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They go play action now. Wilson.
Open man, here's Foster. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. And Gordon's got it. And some room to work. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch the short passes. He can run under a long pass. Or he can do what we saw right there. Catch one and then make a big gain after the catch.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. And, Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Now Wilson. Left side, caught by Matthews. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, Bridgewater. That's caught left side by Judy.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Bridgewater finding Judy there for the Bronco first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, Gordon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
51 to Mike, boys, 51. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
To throw is Bridgewater. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tony Brown there on the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He'll fire one downfield for Fant, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. T.J. Logan. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Rosas to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Bridgewater's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour.
Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
2nd and 20.
51 to Mike, 51 to Mike. What we got? Switch.
Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They begin the drive with Coleman. Coleman, the first down and a little extra as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They'll run it here with Logan. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long. And you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
The Jets on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Gordon. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Bridgewater. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he will have the Broncos first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. first down. It's Gordon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
That catch good for only a couple.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way. Here's Wilson. He finds Matthews. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Wilson to throw. He finds Smith out of the backfield. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And Matthews has it right side. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now Wilson. He'll let it go deep for Foster. It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a short return to the 6-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Down to a knee goes Bridgewater, and that ought to do it. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Denver,